What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a lot, so I greatly appreciate that. Now let's get to the topic at hand. Popular radio host Ebro, right, from Hot 97. He has come out and he spoke against Drake calling Childish Gambino's "This Is America" song overrated, right? Because Drake has allegedly called it overrated. And Ebro said he's not feeling that, especially because that song spoke about social commentary. It spoke on social commentary, or provided social commentary for things going on in America involving Black Americans, so on and so forth. And how Drake is calling that song overrated, but Drake has never made a song about the plight of Black Americans in this country. He's never provided social commentary about the state of Black people in his music, right? And he's like, hold on, how can he try to say that's trash? And he's the biggest artist in the world in the hip hop genre, and he's never provided any social commentary on any of the Black issues. And you know what, man? I'm gonna say this. This Is America. I feel like the video made the song more profound. It made the song, like the song's message, more loudly, in my opinion. It made the song better, the video itself, because Childish Gambino wasn't over the top. He wasn't really saying anything too, like, not astronomical, too. He wasn't saying anything super profound in the song itself. But the video, I think, is what helped to deliver the message even better, right? So you can say the song overrated, whatever, but the message was delivered better in the video, right? But I'm gonna say this though, I agree with Ebro. You know, Drake has never spoken about any Black issues in America, or not even just in America at all. He's never talked about it. He's never talked about it even I'm not gonna even say at length, not even like in briefly. You know, and if he doesn't do it in his music, he doesn't talk about it in interviews or anything. He never acknowledges the plight of Black American people. And some might say, I don't expect a mixed race person to speak on Black issues. Well, why not? Drake is a person who says the N-word often. I know he was raised by a white Jewish mom, but he has a Black father. And he uses the N-word a lot in his music, and he participates in a Black genre of music, right? A Black genre of music, for sure. A genre of music created by Black American folks, right? Uses the N-word a lot in songs. And he even tries to give off the Black aesthetic, right? Wearing the cornrows in his head now, which is Black folk stuff. Putting a do-rag on his son's head when his son is a curly head. His son has curly hair, curly white American hair. Putting a do-rag on his son ain't gonna do nothing for the boy's hair at all, outside of just looking cool for Instagram, right? And you know, I've noticed this about Drake a long time ago. I'm a big Drake fan. I'm a big fan of the guy's music. I believe he's a phenomenal musical artist, rapper. He's a dope rapper. When he's rapping, I'm talking about rapping like he was on like Diplomatic Immunity and at, what was it, 5 a.m., 5 p.m. in Calabasas, whatever the name of the song is. I don't be knowing the time. You know, he be having all these songs with all these different time frames in the song title. But, you know, the one in Calabasas, when he rapping like that, like, man, dude is special. He's in a special tier of rappers for sure, right? And I enjoy the music. But I've been to a long time ago. He doesn't talk about any social issues like that. And I really came to terms with it when Pusha T was going at him and when they was beefing. And he had that picture of Drake in blackface. And I said, even outside of that, man, I'm not even, okay, outside of the blackface stuff, I just sit and thought about it. He's never spoken about any Black issues. He stands next to people who does, not Wayne, because Wayne be cooning it up. Wayne a big coon. He acting like racism does not exist because he has fans of different ethnicities. Knock it off, dog. Because them fans weren't always there. We knew when you was with Cash Money, you was singing Back That Ass Up and Give Me a Project Check, all of that, and the block is hot. Your fans were 99% Black. 97, 98 at least. You know what I mean? So now, you don't know about racism don't exist no more to you because you got different fans of different ethnicities? What the fuck does that, you know? What are you talking about? Because a white man saved your life, Uncle Bob? That racism don't exist anymore? Well, brother, I'm sorry to say this. It was abolitionists during slavery time. So for them black folks to say slavery don't exist, I mean racism don't exist, hey, we got saved by a white man, they would be stupid. They would be ignorant to say that. I'm not trying to call my ancestors stupid or ignorant, but they would have been ignorant to say racism doesn't exist because a white abolitionist helped us. No, you know what I mean? That's a crazy thing to say. Racism don't exist just because somebody who's white saved your life. First of all, that was Uncle Bob's job to do that. His job was to save your life. I'm not saying he wouldn't, like, he doesn't deserve credit for doing it. He does. But to act like, act like racism don't exist because Uncle Bob saved him is ridiculous, right? But let's get back to Drake. I knew a long time ago, man. Let's be for real. Drake's blackness is performative. It's clear as day. And I'm gonna say this too, because everybody, when you talk about Drake not speaking up about black issues in America, not speaking out against racism in his songs, because he can deliver the message loudly and clearly with how big of an audience. Look at the audience he has in his music. His audience is more vast than Wayne's. His icon, his OG, his audience is bigger than Wayne's audience. So if he says certain things, it would ring bells and alarms in a different type of way. But he chooses not to. And I hear people say, well, Drake is a Canadian. Canada doesn't have these race problems. I hate when international black people outside of America try to act like racism only exists in the United States. Knock it the fuck off. We seen what was happening in Ukraine with the black folks over there. We seen racism against black folks in all different countries. To where if you're darker skinned, you black like this, and all that, you get discriminated against in South American countries, all across the board. Canada didn't have racism all through their country too. They like to act like it doesn't exist and act like we are crazy, to gaslight us into thinking, oh, y'all the only ones worried about race over there. Get the fuck out of here, dog. I got friends that travel and talk, and they know about racism in a lot of these countries that people love to frequent, right? So to act like it's just something we go through and we, like, this is a figment of our imagination, it is just something that black American people just made up, that's that bullshit I don't like. But nonetheless, man, like I said, the fact of the matter is Drake's blackness is performative. Once the music stops, Drake is a white man. Right? And again, I'm a big fan of the brother's music, but let's be for real. Drake is a white man once the music stops. He didn't have a connection like that with his father in his youth. According to him, his father, what is Dennis Graham? Dennis Graham abandoned him, according to him, right? So he didn't have that much connection with him in his youth years. And again, when he's not rapping, Drake is simply Jack Harlow. Let's be for real, man. Drake is a character, a hip-hop character. Aubrey is who he really is when the music is done. Look at how Drake used to dress when he first came into rap. All the sweaters on and shit, looking like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, guy-friendly, black guy next door, non-threatening black guy in the everyday neighborhood. He looked like G. Willikers Gosh, right? Now he got the cornrows in his head and all of that, and Drake would not be having cornrows in his head if he did not rap. He wouldn't. He wouldn't be wearing Timberland boots if he didn't rap. And y'all know that. He wasn't wearing it then. He wasn't doing that then. He wasn't getting tatted up and nothing like that when he wasn't rapping at all. Not saying that tattoos is a black thing, but you know what I mean? Cornrows is damn sure a black thing. For sure. All right? So, yeah, man, like he tries to be endearing to black women by having encounters with black strippers, have some dark-skinned women in his videos, and bellows out, his love for BBWs. Well, look, dog, look who he had a baby by. You know what I'm saying? People can say, even if it was an accident, whatever, it may have been, whatever, right? But Drake ain't, man, listen, Drake, again, I've been noticed Drake is really a white man outside of music. So to him, those issues really, I don't think it matters to him. I don't think he really cares about those things because he doesn't face it. He doesn't face those things, and he didn't face it growing up. He didn't know, he has no connection to how those things really affect our communities. Because he really wasn't invested, or he wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Not invested. He wasn't ingratiated within black communities until he started rapping. So I don't think those issues really concern him the way it concerns some of us. Now, granted, he's not the only rapper that does not talks about race issues, but it's a lot of them that don't do it, and a lot of them that don't do it have also shown that they have coon characteristics. Like A$AP Rocky, coon number one. All he wanted to do was look at art, wear nice clothes from all these different fashion designers, and all that, and have sex with foreign non-black women. Now he got a baby with a black woman now, black children with a black woman now. I think he got one on the way and one already here with Rihanna. But that's Rihanna, dog. Show me you gonna date Taquita up the street. Anybody dating Rihanna. I don't think, oh my God, he's just pro-black because he's dating Rihanna now. Date Taquita up the street, not Taquita. Date Taquita or date Ashley up the street. Date Jasmine around the block in Harlem. Know what I'm saying? Date Crystal in Chicago. You know? Date I don't know. Date Denise down south in Mississippi. That's gonna show me that that's a different thing if you really pro-black. Dating Rihanna, anybody gonna date Rihanna. People that don't like black women would date Rihanna because that's freaking Rihanna. You know, so yeah, and a lot of the dudes that don't rap it, like I said, him, like A$AP Rocky, Wayne had them babies with them black women when he wasn't. Now Lauren London, he was still in that, you know, that era and that ilk. But after that, when he started doing that rock and roll music, yeah. You know, you start hearing them talk about how, hey, racism don't exist. My life matter to my bitches. I don't know nothing about no Black Lives Matter, right? And not the organization, because black people do not attach themselves with the Black Lives Matter organization. We attached ourselves to the Black Lives Matter, the actual movement, the terminology, Black Lives Matter. Because black people were getting killed unjustly while they were unarmed by law enforcement in America. You know, when they weren't a threat and were unarmed people. So yeah, man, I don't know. But Drake always, again, I've noticed it for a while. The blackness is performative. That's why he tried to show us him putting that do-rag on his son. Bro, what is a do-rag gonna do for your baby boy? Not a thing. He not gonna get no waves with them curly hair. All three of his grandparents are white. That means not all three. I'm not gonna say all three. He has three. Most of his grandparents are white. Most of them. I said all three. Most of them are. So his hair texture is completely different than Drake's, than even yours, Drake. And yours is a little different than ours. But your son's is far away from the scale of what he would need to have a do-rag. You know, but he wanted to show us that he put a do-rag on his son. So he said, look, guys, I'm making them in black culture, putting them in black culture, guys. Look, I don't think Drake wore a damn do-rag before he started rapping. You know? Drake probably was like, ew, when they told him to put, and I'm a big fan of Drake. I love the music. For real. I can't see Drake wearing no cornrows outside of damn rapping. I can't see him putting a do-rag on outside of rapping. Not saying that that's the only thing that's in black culture, but I'm saying, though, I really don't think he really identified with the culture like that and outside of rapping. And when he want to say the N-word, you know, and yeah, so he has to have a performative blackness to, when you want to say the N-word and all of that, you got to come off like you're ingratiated in black culture. But when he not rapping, man, he is Aubrey, man. Aubrey from Toronto. So yeah, man, it's always, so it doesn't shock me that at this point that he doesn't talk about black issues in his music, because I realized some years back in like 2016, I came to terms with, yeah, brother's blackness is performative. That's why he says, well, it's not black excellence when it comes to me. And one of his songs, I think it's in the Calabasas song, right? And I'm like, man, I feel that line. You right. But then I said, well, Drake, at first I was like, I feel that though, because the song was so fire. He was talking that shit in there. But I'm like, well, Drake, I don't know if your blackness is it just performative or what? I don't know, man. We don't really, it appears to be performative. You know, you really are Jack Harlow when you done rapping. So, hey, Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.